Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Daydreamer. Welcome everybody to DanganRonpa to Happy Havoc. So the investigation part is now over. We have to go to the trial at this point. Whew, that's gonna be rough. Because I feel like mostly because everything just happened all suddenly. We learned that apparently the school is just a stage for the spare television entertainment show, top of the line in cable television, apparently. So before we continue with the trial, actually begin the trial, let's cover all the bases with the evidence, with truth bullets. And afterwards, I'll tell you my couple of theories that I have regarding what happened, and we'll just see what happens from there. And I'll try to keep my mind open and be very vigilant. It's gonna be a very long trial, so I'm gonna have to brace myself. You guys just enjoy the episodes, because I'm gonna edit them and make them look nice and fancy. Anyway, evidence number 1, Monokuma file number 5. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So we can assume is our victim already had some sort of wounds on the body, which may or may not explain certain things for certain characters. I'm not going to go into it just yet. I will go into it eventually, trust me. But we understand that the victim has been stabbed a single time, but that was not the cause of death. The cause of death was probably the blow to the head with a thick, roughly thick metal pipe, whatever it could be. The body was covered with wounds, that's fine. The explosion did happen, so we don't know the face or the identity of the person, which can be a little bit disturbing, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, continue on from there. Exploded body analysis. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition, which is very unfortunate, except for the shoes and the hand. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet, while the bottom half remained dry. So, we don't know who the person is. It could be KYOKO, it could not be KYOKO, but we will see. The body was wearing notably long fake nails though, so that's another maybe giveaway that it possibly could be a female, which I made a very clear point last time that the person that attacked us in our room when Makoto was having a fever was not male because, or was not female because they didn't have the fingernails, and the texture, the color of the skin was different as well. So that means the person that attacked us in a room when KYOKO saved us was a completely different person. So the people that were wearing the mask, the dead body and the person attacking us are completely different from one another, completely. Well, we gotta note the body was wearing notably fake nails. Though after looking over a little bit, the only people that I could see wear fake nails, or we could actually see hands off, maybe Junko. But she's dead, so that kind of rules her out, right? She is dead. Well, we saw her stabbed, so I hope it's not her. Although now that I think about it, I'm a little bit freaking out. No, she's dead. It's okay. Had a little panic attack, sorry about that. And there's KYOKO. We never seen her take off her gloves, so it could be her nails. Who knows? Nevertheless, let's continue. The body had a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand, which I'm guessing, well, actually this also relates to another piece of evidence we found later in the investigation, so let's go on. There were bits of charred debris near the body. It should be noted that the bomb which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym had disappeared. It's hard to imagine these two events are unrelated, and that piece that we found is actually directly from the bomb. We were able to tell, the pieces apart. This is from the display of the bomb. So clearly the bomb was used to explode the body. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and this time is impossible to change, so it's always going to be at 7:30. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet, unless it was covered. Moving on. 7 a.m. Makoto wakes to morning announcement. 7:30 a.m. Makoto and Aoi arrive in the dining hall. 7:30 to 9 a.m. Makoto meets the others in the gym and together they head to the headmaster's room. 9 a.m. Tokyo is told to find the pickaxe in the garden where she discovers the body. We're gonna have to remember these times. 7, 7:30, 7:39, and 9. Okay. The knife found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It is also the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and the knife the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. So somebody got the knife before us. That we know. The tarp, now that's actually pretty important. The tarp was hidden among the other items in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy with mud and grime, the other side was completely clean and dry, meaning that the murder that actually happened, the murder must have happened before 7:30, and the body was covered with tarp in order to avoid getting the body wet from the sprinklers, and once the sprinklers were done, the tarp was removed. So it definitely shows that whoever killed the, whoever stabbed our masked individual, the charred body now, clearly did it before, they killed him before the sprinklers were on and used the tarp to cover the sprinklers, because one side is dry, one side is dirty. Then, chicken coop chickens. The number of chickens in a chicken coop has decreased from 5 to 4. Yeah, so Hero claims that there were without a doubt 5 chickens just before nighttime last night, and yet, so I mean, I'm guessing one of the chickens was probably used to maybe create the blood splatter that is on the body. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, because there were no more blood around the body when we originally saw it. So maybe that could be it. Somebody just took the chicken, maybe cut its head off or whatever, maybe stabbed it and just drenched the blood onto the jacket and maybe fed the chicken to the plant, because that thing eats almost anything out there. So maybe that could be a possibility. Byakuya stated there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime last night, so it can be assumed the murder must have taken place sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and Aoi were in the gym the entire night, and none of them were alone at any point. That is true, okay. Okay, I'm a little bit suspicious of Byakuya, but I'll get to that later. Corpse has a mask covering its head, and white jacket covering the body. Now, as you can see, the jacket is not being put, wore on the body, it was just being covered on top of it, just to cover up the body and the palm, probably. A knife has been thrust into the abdomen, and there were bloodstains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground around the body, meaning that the blood must have been caused before the sprinklers were on, otherwise the sprinklers would have washed the blood down onto the floor and the jacket would be wet. Or the tarp must have covered everything to keep everything protected. Must have been. But definitely chicken was used to create that blood stain, I'm pretty sure. Let's keep going though. Mukuro Ikusaba, female, known as the Ultimate Soldier, she became been obsessed with the military from a young age. She disappeared while on vacation in Europe and reappeared in Japan 3 years later. Apparently, every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on the body to represent their membership in a group. Which is another thing. We learned about Mukuro Ikusaba. She has a tattoo of Fenrir, which I believe is some sort of a dog or a lichen or whatever that the members of Fenrir put on the body. And that's where the hand icon is, the dog icon or dog tattoo on the arm of the charred body with the nails. So whoever the body is, whoever the charred body is, it has to be Mukuro Ikusaba. Apparently the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Ikusaba was a 16th student, assumed. Monokuma also revealed that the reason KYOKO wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. Which is another thing that I'm saying what could be a possibility. I am betting that KYOKO is Mukuro Ikusaba, and she's been hiding a lot of her scars with the gloves and the clothing that she wears, and we never actually got to see her hands before, therefore we never got to see the actual mark. She always been very, very, I guess, secretive about her appearance as well, her appearance physically and her appearance to us as well, representatively, I guess. See, we know nothing about her, history whatsoever. Nothing, none of that. We only know she's damn good at investigating, and she rescues us like crazy. So I'm betting that Mukuro Ikusaba is actually KYOKO's file, and maybe the reason she took this file is so that either nobody could find it or Makoto could find it, and they could finally find out that it is her. KYOKO herself said to Makoto some time ago that she thinks it's very depressing and sad when you die without, leaving a mark in the world. So I think the reason why she left that is in case she actually passes away. Continuing on. This woodblock decoration was found in KYOKO's room. It looks like it's actually the key to one of the lockers in a dojo, and it was. And in there, and there we found titanium arrows. A set of titanium arrows were found in a dojo locker. There appear to be 10 in total. Yet we see no bow. Why the titanium lockers though? Or the titanium things though. Then we got a bloody duct tape. Along with the arrows, there was also a wadded up ball of duct tape in the locker. The duct tape had traces of blood on it. It's assumed that this is related to the case, but nobody can imagine how. The one thing I kind of noticed about the duct tape, I'm not sure if you guys see it or not, but towards the right, like a little strip, you can see there's a hole in there. So I'm thinking, let's assume that Mukuru Ikusaba is a military soldier buff, right? She has arrows, she has duct tape. What I think maybe could have happened, I'm just thinking she whoever Mukuru Ikusaba is, I believe it's a she, MacGyvered the arrows and the duct tape together, putting the arrow wrapped up in a duct tape and then using it as a way to fling the arrow or as a way to like stretch out, I don't know, maybe to kind of MacGyver out a weapon, right? To hit the person that, you know, hit their body on the back of the head, or somebody else did that. There's a lot of blood on the duct tape though, so that is a giveaway that it has been used in this. Alright, so my assumptions are for who it could be, you know, who the person that was stabbing us. The person that was stabbing us has to be somebody either from the student body, right? The person that was in the mask originally, or it has to be somebody that, you know, the actual 16th student. The 16th student could not be a girl, at least I don't think so. The physique that we saw before in the past several times did not describe of a girl unless it's a really buff girl. The nails were kind of a giveaway, the fingers were very blocky, so I'm guessing maybe it could have been a guy. Maybe there's another student, the 16th student that has not been revealed just yet. The actual mastermind in the situation. That's what I'm thinking could be the case here, possibly. I don't know. But this is a very interesting case, right? Very interesting case. The only other person I could think that could be doing that is maybe Byakuya. You know, he kind of puts on a mask and he's able to get around and just try to mess with people. But I don't think it's his. I don't think it could be him. See, as brutal as Byakuya is, he's not physically fit. He's not exactly capable. I don't think he's capable of doing something physically like that, especially not showing the signs. Plus, he does have a very solid alibi in the gym. He has been extremely helpful, though, throughout the case, so I kind of find it a little bit suspicious. He's been great, honestly. There have been many moments where he has... Actually, no. The last time Byakuya was being extremely helpful, he tried to get Toko screwed over. Because they wanted to mess with the case. So there could be a possibility that it could be Byakuya just... you know, getting very buddy with us to try to lead us off the trail. I'm gonna bet maybe it could be Byakuya that did it. Although I don't know what kind of weapon you could use to kill a person. It definitely sounds like something Byakuya would do. That is interesting. That is interesting. Nevertheless, I'm gonna try to keep going to this, keep my eyes peeled for any evidence, and just listen to everybody else and see if we can come to a conclusion. Let's try our best here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try our best. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you? Oh yeah, Toko's gonna be getting a little jealous, isn't he? What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? God, my voice for him sucks every single time, guys. Every single time. Okay, good. Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. You'll be here in any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Makoto showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe you died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting for you, or... There he is. Oh, what?
What?
Jesus! My Yasuhiro voice sucks. I am so sorry. Hold on a sec. Let me get some water here. Jesus. Jesus. It's gonna be weird, but let's give it a go. Yo-ho-ho! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why do you waste time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words...
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. They've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay. I'll punish the one making us all wait, alright? If you all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. It is me you're waiting for. I'm here. Who? When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
Hey.
Oh! Oh! Oh, wait, huh? Huh? Hold on. What? Hold on. Oh god, my mind hurts. She's alive! Oh, good lord. Okay. Everything, all the hypotheses that I had before, they're out of the window. I don't know what to think anymore. Oh god. This is gonna mess with me so bad. All the hypotheses that I had leading up to this moment have been solid in my case, like I believe in my personal belief. But after this, no. I'm so glad that she's alive. I'm so glad. But now, oh lord, now I'm gonna have to rethink everything, and like, the trial's right about to start. Oh, thank god, KYOKO, you're alive. Holy crap. KYOKO? KYOKO, you still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
I feel like my Monokuma voice have gotten better, just saying. But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, I'll see you butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. While Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to KYOKO. KYOKO! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we gotta deal with a ghost. Oh god, it's a hero. Just stop. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at KYOKO, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen for us if we take too long?
But...
My voice sucks today, I'm sorry. I'll be happy when the trial's all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to KYOKO before the trial started. We have to. Oh my lord. You're alive. Girl, you are alive. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used the key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the Oh, hold on. I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. Took some time to get over the crime scene first. Can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you're on the second floor of the dorms, and that's where the key you found goes to?
wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Nakuma.
Makoto.
We can go over the details after we go through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, that is all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Are we? Kyoko, what'd you do? Oh god, all my theories that I had, all my thought process out the window. I'm going this completely blank. Hopefully I can remember all the evidences and find contradictions. Being the last one left, I stepped onto the elevator. What's wrong with my ability to speak today? And the door slid shut. Only 6 people left. That is insane. That is crazy. I mean, hold on one sec. Let me go and do this. This is crazy. This thing used to be packed. This entire elevator used to be packed. And now little by little, as more and more trials happen, this happens. Good lord. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the door opened without warning. A dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Wow, the room is colorful.
I can't wait!
I did notice that the room changes drastically, but this is the biggest change I've ever seen so far. It is really bright and obnoxiously colorful, right? I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed.
Thrills, chills, kills!
Let's get on with the show. Oh lord. And so, the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Do you want to save the data? Oh, yep, I do certainly want to save the data. Open e-handbook. Alright. Truth bullets, presents. Truth bullets. We need to... That last point that we got here. Kyoko used Monokuma's secret tool, which grants access to any room in the school, to sneak into the 2nd floor of the dorms. This area seemed to have no monitors or security cameras. Either Kyoko obtained it from the body, or she found another way to obtain the tool. But she is involved in this somehow. Good lord. Kyoko, what'd you do? Oh lord. Alright, so let's go through our skills, right? Let's set some skills. Extraordinary focus, increase focus gauge by 2, that's fine. I increase time limit for each phrase, that's fine. Cool and composed, steadies your aim a little, good. We'll go with that. I thought we also had a... Yeah, we got ambidextrous from Aoi, didn't we? We got melodious voice, increased damage to opponent when a statement is destroyed, effective during the bullet time battle, good. Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time battle, good. Allows you to lock on to 2 statements at once, effective during the bullet time battle, cost 4, gotcha. Let's do this. I think we're pretty much set with all our skills. We can't get any more skills. Yep, we got 18 out of 8 skills right now. Ambidextrousness is going to be really good for us, especially in bullet time battles. Those things are a pain. Probably one of the worst things ever. Let's do this. Finish preparation. Class trial. All rise. Next time on
DanganRonpa.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment.
It's KYOKO. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
No, that's a ghost!
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Whoa! Whoa! What? Wait, wait!